Weather forecast. Howard, please say no snow.
Yeah, no, this is a week that a lot of folks that are sick of the cold are going to be really looking forward to, because we're climbing out of the freezer, at least temporarily. Here's a look at the national picture again. Some rain down to the south, and here in the northeast for the first time in what seems like forever, there's not even any lake effect snow ongoing. It has been a long, long winter for folks that have been in the snow belts, especially east of Lake Ontario. Good blanket of clouds, though. Again, we're staying quiet here for tonight. Your weather headlines, straight up, there's no issues. We have no problems whatsoever here. Moving into tomorrow, I think the winds are going to pick up a little bit, so a gusty day. Also, significant melting is going to occur this week, so that's something to keep in mind as well. It'll be more seasonable by next weekend. As far as the temperatures right now, 32 in Binghamton, 34 in Syracuse, 31 in Watertown. Pretty much 30s everywhere, exception being Jamestown and up in Saranac Lake in the mid-20s there. Closer view, 29 in Plymouth, 32 in Sydney, 32 in Margaretville, 31 in both Windsor and Sturaka, as well as 34 over in Endicott. So something to keep in mind here now, is it has been so cold so long, and we have a warm week ahead here, relatively speaking. It's time to start thinking about ice jams. We're not thinking that there's going to be any problems, but again, there is a lot of ice, a lot of thick ice on creeks and streams and main stem rivers. So as we move through this week, I think the next 5 days, the overall threat of ice jam flooding is low. That being said, we're looking at highs in the 40s. That's going to result in, significant melting. The good thing that's going to save us, I think, is that we don't have any significant rain forecast this week. It's going to be a slow, steady melting here through most of the week. And again, it's very important to understand, and you know this if you've lived by the rivers for any length of time, ice jams and associated flooding sometimes with them, it's impossible to pinpoint when and where it's going to occur. So the time is now to start thinking about it, that it could happen. And that's some video in the background that I shot over near Murphy's Island on the Susquehanna a couple of years back. But a lot of thick ice as well. So again, some information here. There's a lot of ice, some thick ice, and that stuff is hard to move. Impossible to forecast precisely, but we can say this, as I mentioned, we're not anticipating it right now. Watching for trouble spots like sharp bends in the rivers, bridges, and pinch points where the rivers and creeks narrow. Again, and of course, the most concerning is the fact that river, or that the creeks and rivers can flood as a result of ice jams. So something to start thinking about as we move through this week as it warms up again. Winds pick up tomorrow out of the southwest. Could gust to 30, maybe a couple spots 35 miles an hour in the afternoon. So expect a windy day. Now for tonight, yeah, we're overcast. We're going to stay cloudy through a good portion of tomorrow. By tomorrow afternoon, sun and clouds, quiet, windy, as I mentioned, into Monday night into Tuesday. We could see a few rain or snow showers start to sneak in Tuesday afternoon, but doesn't look like anything significant, and it's out of here by Tuesday evening. So this 7-day forecast, as you'll see here, is quite warm. We're going to be in the 40s. I think Thursday the warmth could peak, and I wouldn't be surprised if that plays out that way, that we get maybe a few 50-degree readings out there. So again, a lot of melting going on this week, but it'll be turning colder as we head into next weekend.
I can't believe that I think 40 is warm.
Yeah, it's going to be a huge difference.
Oh,
I mean,
yeah.
Even today, we were only in the 30s, but it felt pretty nice outside compared to where we've been all week, last month or so.
Yeah, I was home this weekend, and it was like 40 degrees, and I was like, man, I don't even need a jacket.
That is one of the most amazing things about humans is you think about 40 degrees in February is cold in relation to January or in July. If it's 50 degrees in July, everybody's bundled up.
Right.
But when it's 40 degrees in February, people are taking their jacket off and wearing shorts and things. It's really an amazing thing.
Yeah.